Growing hemp as a multi-purpose crop is gaining attention, particularly for producing both stems and seeds. While numerous studies have been carried out to improve hemp cultivation for fiber production, very limited information is available on the agronomy of dual-purpose hemp crops. In this paper, data obtained in 8 environments, combinations of year and location, at 5 contrasting locations throughout Europe were analyzed to study the effect on stem and seed yields of the main agronomic factors affecting hemp production, planting density and nitrogen fertilization. Considering that the effect of these 2 factors on hemp stem and seed yields did not interact with each other in 2013 in Piacenza-IT and did not interact with cultivar in 2014 in Piacenza-IT. And LV, which confirms results of previous research, results of planting density and nitrogen fertilization will be discussed separately. In line with previous studies, increasing planting density from 30 plants square meter to 240 plants square meter had a limited effect on a stem yield. The lack of response of stem across a wide density range is mainly a consequence of the high incidence of self-thinning at high planting density and of the plastic behavior that hemp generally shows for above ground and below ground development. Until canopy closure, lay increases fast at high planting density, which goes hand in hand with a high accumulation rate and is accompanied by a density-independent ratio. Therefore, canopy closure is reached fast at high planting density. Hemp canopies have a light extinction coefficient, K, close to 1. The initially high lie at high planting density results in severe light competition and reduction in plant number after canopy closure. As a result, the yield advantage in the first growth phases is lost at high planting density. When planting density is extremely low, however, the canopy closure is significantly delayed and W is reduced due to the reduction of intercepted radiation during the growing cycle. Consequently, the stem at 60 plants square meter and 30 plants square meter in 2015 was the lowest among planting density treatments. It should be noted that planting at extremely low density could result in weed competition, which could result in further significant yield reduction. Even when the effect of planting density on a stem is limited, there are very large effects on plant biometrics. Plants grown at high densities are usually shorter and thinner than those grown at low planting densities. The results in this study suggest that the effect of planting density on stem diameter is higher than on plant height. For example, when the yield was 5 mg 1 hectare, at 240 plants square meter stems were 31% shorter and 45% thinner than at 30 plants square meter. This effect indicates an increase in stem slenderness at high planting density. The seed yield, and seed filling progress were not significantly affected by planting density between 30 plants square meter and 240 plants square meter. This result confirms the observation of Legros et al. 2013, that seed was independent of planting until a seeding rate of 40 kg 1 hectare, corresponding to 200 plants square meter. A constant seed across a wide range of planting densities is a consequence of the increase in seed yield per single plant with decreasing planting density, which is a result of the increase in inflorescence length in the number of branches bearing seeds. The optimal planting density for dual-purpose production should be chosen to optimize both stem and seed yields, and also considering that planting density, affecting stem biometrics, interacts with long bast fiber production and with the mechanization of harvest and post-harvest processing. It has been recommended to sow at a lower density for hemp seed production, 30 to 75 plants square meter, than for fiber production, 90 to 200 plants square meter. Seed yield in the present study was not significantly affected by plant population across a wide range of plant densities. It is therefore recommended to aim at plant populations exceeding 90 plants square meter, as lower densities reduce stem fineness, increase the cost of weeding and render mechanical harvesting more difficult due to increased plant height, stem diameter, and spike length. On the other hand, although the stems are more slender at higher planting density, densities above 150 plants square meter are not recommended because they do not only increase seed input but also the risk of lodging due to very fine stems, particularly when soil fertility and or nitrogen fertilization are high. Considering that stems are more slender at high density and stem reaches plateaus at a planting density above 120 plants square meter in all environments in the present study, the optimum planting density for the dual-purpose hemp cultivation could be set at 90 to 150 plants square meter. It should be noted that the optimal planting density should also consider the effects on fiber quality in terms of post-harvest processing and final products, which requires further research as